live. And we should be all set. Yeah, probably. Alright, so we have this going on. We are currently waiting on production of this stuff. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400. We have like 450 smart plating. And we have another bunch coming down the pipeline. Alright, so if this is 450 smart plating, and this, even if I take the sloops out, is going to be another 50, which means I can take the sloops out, because that'll be enough smart plating. And why is it not saved my notes? What? What is going on with notes? Alright, well, the notes have showed up, so that's nice at least. So this is still production paused. We need more summer sloops. We need these summer sloops specifically. So we need 250 automated wiring. Currently we have like 150-ish. And this uses an enormous amount of cable and a relatively small amount of stators. So we kind of need this to run for another like 10 minutes, I guess. I guess while that's going, I will stop by the main base and see if there is any MAM stuff that I can do super easily. Alright, alien megafauna. That needs high-speed connectors. Alien technology. So I could research power augmenter if I do some crafting of that stuff. I could do high-speed connector. That's easy enough. We got some of that. We got some of that. And we do a research.
Research completed. High-speed connector recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Alright, so then that high-speed connectors would allow me to get Power Pole Mark III and Priority Power Switch. And I guess programmable splitters. Not that I know what they do or really care about them. Do I have AI limiters? Yes. So I guess I can just unlock programmable splitters now. It's basically free.
Programmable splitter unlocked. This upgrade to the smart splitter provides additional options to improve conveyor belt logistics.
Yep. Cool. Alright. So what do programmable splitters actually do? I don't think I use them for much. Oh, so you can have basically multiple choices. Okay, that's kind of mid. I can't imagine needing those super urgently. Alright, mycelia. I just haven't collected any of that stuff really. So I need to collect some more mycelia for fabric so that I can get that. Power slugs. I guess I can unlock scanning them, but I don't really care. I could do radar technology with the stupid quartz things. And radio signal scanning is actually just obsolete because I have the interactive map, which is much better. Explorer is too late. I have jetpack. So I guess I can set up those. Do I have smokeless powder attached to this? No, I don't. Alright, so we are basically waiting. So I can unlock this. It's not a real concern. And I need to build factories for the quartz, what are they? The satellite dish type things, whatever they're called. And probably ought to do this at some point, and high-speed connectors. So high-speed connectors are quick wire, cables, and circuit boards. So that's kind of a pain, to be honest, because that's like plastic, copper, and deuterium to make, which is a lot of things. And then crystal oscillators are reinforced plates, cables, and quartz. Also kind of annoying for what they give me. And then smokeless powder is something else entirely. Alright, I think we will probably do that stuff soon, but not immediately. Alright, let's check this out. So this is 100, 200, 210. And so this is basically almost done. So yeah, there's 214 in here, like another 15-ish on that belt, and then this is going to be producing another like 10-ish as well, even without the sloops. So I'm just about to take this out. Just another couple. We're at 225. So it's literally going to be like 2 minutes. And then we can turn this one on, I think. So that's 1 per minute base. That's 1 per minute base, but we need a fifth as many. So slooping it will be 2 per minute. Overclocking it will make it like 5 per minute or 6 per minute even. Yeah, like 5 per minute. So if we set that to 5 per minute, it'll still take like an hour and a half, which is pretty slow. But that is why we're going to be going exploring during that time. And I'm going to say that this is sufficient. We're going to unsloop that. We're going to take this over here and turn it on. 100, 200, 300, 400. Yeah, okay, so this doesn't need those anymore. So we can overclock this one instead. So we're up to 5 per minute, which means that this will take like an hour and a half to finish. Which means this exploration trip is going to be pretty lengthy. And still like another half hour-ish for the other, the what's it called, ACUs. Alright, so let's pull up the map on my second monitor and see where we are going. So it looks like there's, let's see, it looks like there's one right here, very close, that only requires quartz crystal, which I have. So we are going to take a look for that. And it should be somewhere in this vicinity. Nice convenient ladder here. I think I've looked for this before, and I guess I didn't have quartz crystals at the time. So, where? It ought to be up here somewhere. Getting a higher vantage point should help me find it, even if it is lower down. Lots of ladders here. Oh yeah, it's gonna be up here, isn't it? And there's sulfur up here as well. That's fun. It's up there? That's really high up. Yep, here it is. Bunch of pogs. Oh. And a grown-up hog. That's terrifying. Oh. Alright, that one is dead. There's a grown-up hog somewhere around here. Did it fall off the edge? Or did it just get lost? Alright, give me some quartz crystal, please. And we have a hard drive. Alright, and then there's one like just barely southwest of here, which requires power. Yep, you can see it. Alright. Just get rid of that guy while we're passing through. Yeah, okay. The jetpack is busted. Alright, so is this whole area cleared? Yes, so this requires 120 power, which is going to be 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hook them up to a power line. And then we divide our fuel into small chunks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Capacity 120. And we hook it up. And done.
Initial scan suggests partial recovery of data is possible. Take the damaged hard drive to the MAM for analysis.
Yep, I don't know why you're telling me this now. I've done this like 20 times already. Alright, and then there's another one south of here that requires heavy modular frames, which I have. So I'll go pick that one up. And it's gonna be up this ledge. So we're gonna have to find our way up. Fortunately, it seems like we've been here before. Let me grab some packaged turbo fuel so that I do not run out. Because running out of fuel is lame and sucks. Alright, get me on this ladder. Thank you. And let's see, where is this? It should be probably this way. Yes, there it is. Ooh, this one's got radiation. Alright. So the enemy is down. There's some valuable loot. Okay, there's another enemy. The safest place for these guys is like directly above them or behind them. So yeah, basically as long as you have vertical distance, those hogs can't really do anything to you. Okay, let's grab the fused frames and the hard drive and get out of here. Alright, if we continue heading south, there's another one there, although I don't know what it requires. Alright, this place looks safe to pause for at least a moment. 12 heat sinks, which I coincidentally have from another source. And yeah, that'll be directly this way. Gosh, the interactive map makes this so much less awful. Alright, so there is a big guy there, which is definitely worrying. Oh, and there's also a giant spider. Okay. So they're gonna fight each other, and the giant spider is gonna die because they're like 10 hogs. Alright, so now we have to actually determine the precise location of this hard drive. I do not see it immediately. Oh, there it is, directly below me. I think, alright, no, the poison does reach there. So we are going to need to, first of all, land, and second of all, get these poison pillars out of here. And keep on blowing stuff up. That should be enough space. Don't need to pick up computers. Turbo motors are nice to have. Alright. Let's... Okay, no. That is still within range of the poison on top of the cliff. So we'll need to get rid of that. And probably just toss like that. Nope, that's too short. That was too long. Man, judging distances is hard. Got it. Alright, now we should be clear. Should be clear to land on this drop pod and get the goods. Alright. What's next? There's one... Do I have aluminum casings? Yes. So I can head like just barely, almost completely east, a little bit south. And there'll be one there. As for its exact location, I'm going to need to figure that out. Alright, so it is... Okay, I need to go a little more south. It should be somewhere around here. Maybe up on this cliff. No. Alright, then... Oh no, it is up on that cliff, just even higher up. Okay. Up we go. And there it is. Spotted. But there is a giant radioactive hog, which is something of a problem. Alright. This is going to be tough. Maybe I can build a nice little bridge out here to stand on. Hello. I'm going to shoot you from a distance, and you're not going to leave there, and it's going to be great. Oh, right, I forgot that these guys are also very dangerous from long range. Yep, okay. We are on the brink of death. Fortunately, it is very hard to hit a target that is moving in a lot of different dimensions at once. Alright, we're back. Alright, that hit. Alright. Alright. We are getting hits in. We got him. Fantastic. Now please roll off the cliff. Yes, roll off the cliff and take your radiation away from the hard drive. Thank you. Now I will swoop in. Grab some electromagnetic control rods, very nice. Some cooling systems, very nice. And we got it. Alright, so I'm there. Then we should head southwest to like the end of a river. And there's one there. Yep, lots of uranium around here. Alright, here's the river. And it should be like at the end of this branch. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it is surrounded by uranium. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to drop in on it. Oh no, there's a giant spider. That's... Oh, I lost track of how much fuel I had. Alright. Giant spider is terrifying. Yeah, I need to run. Not worth it. Alright. Yeah, we are in the most dangerous part of the map right now. Surely giant spiders take fall damage. Nope, apparently not. Alright, well, the good news is this is quite high up. Probably too high up for the giant spider. The bad news is that that hard drive is basically inaccessible. There are a couple around here. Do I have turbo motors? Yes. Alright, so I can grab some, like at the top of... Okay, it's actually probably just up there. So I need to gain... Alright, no, that's not going to work. I need to save my last fuel to land. Alright, so I'm going to need a foundation up there to land on. Alright, height gained. And if I am correct, the hard drive should be like right here. Nope, I am not correct. It is that way. Oh, it's... Uh-oh. Yep, that's a giant spider, alright. I think I remember being here in my previous game. I think I remember being in this exact location and dying many times in a row. So that's nice. We're gonna take a look. There's a hog up here too, right? Oh, there are multiples. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Let's see. There's apparently one down here somewhere. Alright. We land safely, and it should be due south of me. There should be a thing down here. Yes, there is. Visit each starting area biome once. Look at that. Alright. Uh-oh. Hello, I didn't see you there. I'm just gonna ignore you and land here. Where is the actual thing? So that's the... Okay, I think I see it over there. I am being shot at, but I'm just going to assume he's bad and will miss. so I think... No, that's just more rubble. Where is the actual thing? It should be... Oh, is it up here? Yes, it is. And it looks like it's guarded by this guy. I have no idea where. I cannot see this guy, but he's... Alright, I think I heard him die. It's kind of dark. Okay, grab modular frames. I need to start actually running some of the researches on these because it's going to take forever otherwise. So let's do that. Alright. And we are out of the death zone, which means we're also out of the infinite hard drive zone. The other side of this giant hole, there are a good couple. So that's west. Or no, that's east. Right directions. Alright, so that is a giant hole in the ground for some reason. We're going to move past it. And it should be along this ridge, sort of, around this other crater. Alright. Hello. Yep, I know. I'm just gonna pick up this blue power slug. Please. Okay, I can stand here and pick it up. Alright. Can never have too many power slugs. Alright, so now we head this way, and there'll be a bunch along this ridge. So the goal is to have like a ton of blueprints so that I can make reasonable recipes for my future factories. Because I remember if I had had more blueprints, my heavy modular frame factory would have required like literally half the iron ore with basically no downside. Alright, where did I miss it? Yes, there's one higher up. Oh, I must have flown right by it. I also need to be looking for Mercer spheres if... I'm not really looking for them, but just like keeping an eye out. I need to be doing that. Alright. Hello. Alright. It's dead. And any of this stuff interesting? Nope. Alright. It needs 40 megawatts, which is going to be 2 biomass burners. And I put some fuel in that one. And I put some fuel in that one. And boom. Done. Yep. Alright, so now I have that. We head along this way where there's another one. looks like it's higher up. Might be on top of that thing right there. Alright, let's create a quick place to land before we get the rest of the way up. Alright, there's a Mercer Sphere. I'm going to grab it before anyone notices.
Time for a new melody?
Yes, actually. This might be a strange question, but it could give me invaluable
Alright,
insight.
I see it.
What, according to you, is the shape of our universe?
It is a donut within a void within a donut within a void within a donut within a shallows, which
Alright.
is a string wrapped around itself to contain infinite deep within the inside-out string with windows and doors and a limited body subdividing to the
Alright. Get
I
rid of
should
that.
have waited with this question.
Alright. There's another one. And let's see here. And there should be one like here-ish. Yes, I see it. It is covered in poison, though. So we're going to have to land a ways off. Or it would be very cool if we could... Yeah, okay, that's gonna be too hard to aim. Oh god, okay. Now this is a tough batch. Multiple... At least they're not radioactive, but that's still a lot of them. Oh, that was not my weapon. Okay. Yep. I need to not get back into the poison. I think I got a hit there, which is pretty cool. Okay, don't get back into the poison. Just keep moving so that they can't hit you. And just keep shooting. Some of them will hit. Oof. Mm-hmm. How much health? The little ones are unironically worse because they're harder to hit. Oh, that was a horrible shot. I thought I was reloading there. Alright, I got one. I think that's the dead one already. Alright, I think I got another one somehow. Alright, that one actually just straight up dodged. Bro, this is somewhat ridiculous. I think I got that one. I think I got all of the hogs, and it's just the spitters now. I've gotten a good couple of shots on that one. Yeah, okay, now it should just be the babies. that all of them? Or is there one more lurking around to ruin my day unexpectedly? Alright, I think that's all of them. That was a bit crazy. Now we can get back to what we are doing, which is collecting hard drives. Alright, there's all of that, and as a reward I get some electromagnetic control units. Alright, well, I don't think I need to blow that one up. And a hard drive. Ooh, and a previous hard drive is finished. That's nice. So what did we get? Coke steel and insulated cable. Don't really care, but it's something. Alright, now what on earth? Where was I? What was I doing? Alright, south. Due south along this ridge, we hit another like 3 real close to each other. And off we go. Yep, you can't hit me, I'm moving too fast. Ooh, a summer sloop. That's fantastic. Give me that. Thank you. Alright. Keep on going. Let's get up this cliff. And let's see here. There should be one, like, up here. Maybe on the other side of this pillar. Yes. And it's a pretty easy one, just some poison flowers. I don't think I even got that one, but there we go, I got it. And encased industrial beams. There we go. Alright, now to the west, up on that thing. Alright, that was a lot shorter than it looked. So we're gonna head up here. And it'll be up there. So we head up here. And pause for a rest. And it's right here. Is it guarded? Yes. There are a couple things. Alright. That's that. And there is a giant hog over there, which I would love to just avoid and not fight. Yep. Alright, and then due south, well, slightly southeast, there's a power one. And speaking of power, there's a slug. Alright, there are a lot of hatchers here. We're going to ignore that slug and move on. It's just too much effort to fight like 3 hatchers. Alright, where is this? It should be like on this pillar here. Yep, it's going to be guarded by hatchers, looks like. Yep. Alright, let's be very, very sneaky. Very, very sneaky. Sneak up on one hatcher. Sneak up on another. And there's probably a third around here, but whatever. It ought to... Where is the actual thing itself? Is it on top of a mushroom? Yes, it's on top of the mushroom. And it needs 100 megawatts. Okay. Well, let's get some space. And so these are 30 each, so this is going to be 4. One, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to need to get more biofuel at some point. But for now, this is fine. There's another one.
Damaged hard drive recovered. Return it to the MAM for data recovery.
Yep. Alright. That's that. There are hardly any southwest of me. There are a couple east. How many do I have? I have like 10. Yeah, it's probably good enough for now. We'll see. There's still lots of hard drives, but let's head back, and I think I will set up. How many Mercer spheres do I have? 6. It's a pretty good number. So yeah, I think I'm gonna head back. If I happen to like visibly see any Mercer spheres or summer sloops, I'll pick them up. Otherwise, I think we head back and start working on like various MAM stuff like smokeless powder and the quartz oscillators would be nice to have. Alright, this would be a very fun place for me to misestimate my fuel usage and crash into the void. Make sure not to do that. Alright. We've successfully made it over that crater. Alright. Another giant crater here. I sort of did end up going very far from home, didn't I? So at some point in the future, I'm gonna have to like work it, like figure out all, like tie up all the loose ends, grab all of the last random straggler hard drives. Alright, that's a fun little trick. Alright. This really is a very tall thing to climb. Alright, actually, let's check while I'm here, which is this. There are some more hard drives like right here. There's one there that just requires one electromagnetic control rod, which I have. So I'll try to find that one. So let's climb up this cliff. And it should be directly this way. Alright. I see the poison that would indicate it being here, and I see the wreckage. So let's start blowing up some poison pillars. Please. Please get exploded. Thank you. Alright. I guess I can do another MAM. Recycled plastic and charcoal. Pretty useless. Alright. There are baddies here, including a radioactive one. Dang it. Alright. It didn't throw itself off the edge of the cliff, which is pretty bad for me. I was kind of hoping it would do that. Alright. How about you come down here? Or you could just stay there where I can shoot your side. This is kind of funny. I like this. I do not want to move my cursor even a little bit in case it messes up the angle there. Yep, and there he goes. Alright, now there are just these two, who are significantly less scary in pretty much every single way than the hog. Hey, look, a rock. Alright, yep, they are very dangerous at point-blank range because they're a ranged enemy, and that's how that works. Alright. Let's hide over here. And this... Alright, well... We got one. So that's good. And we can now get some shots on the other one. And is that tree in the way? I feel like that tree is in the way. Alright. Alright. As I thought, it was near death. Alright, so now this is all clear, except for the poison pillars, which I need to get rid of. Ooh, crystal oscillators. That's convenient. I didn't mean to throw it that short. Alright. This one's going to need a lot of distance. Alright. That's that down. It should be enough to get close to it. Yeah. We're close enough. And crack it open, and we get another one. And some fused frames while we're at it. And we can continue heading north. So I don't actually have... Did I get this one? There's another one which I think I already got up ahead. But I'm not entirely sure. I am sort of running recklessly through like the most dangerous part of the map. But it's also the center of the map. Hey, how are you? I am good. I am currently waiting on project parts to finish, so I have gone hunting for hard drives. Alright, I believe I have been here. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that that hard drive down there has been gotten already. Thank you, it's good to hear. I've been streaming for like a month or two, I think. So, you know, decent amount of time, not super long. Alright. Alright, well, I mean, you're obviously a spammer, so we'll get rid of you. What? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Bring that back. Alright. Hey, look. This is crude oil that... Well, I can't do anything with it now, but that'll be convenient in the future. Alright. We keep on moving. Did I get this already? Yes, I did. I'm just going to assume that at this point I've picked clean everything. The spammers, man, just every day. All right. We are pretty close, I think. Yep, very close. And only halfway through the engine production, which kind of sucks. Alright, this is a Blueprint Designer Mark 1, which we do not need. I'll replace it with a Blueprint Designer Mark 2. The player is currently in the way. Please let me place it. Thank you. It's so much more spacious. Alright, well, the next thing that I wanted to do, which I may as well do now because we're just waiting on production, is a manufacturer manifold. And actually, I need a lookout tower by this Blueprint Designer as well. Alright. So, yeah, I need a manufacturer manifold. I need it to be relatively close to one side. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Maybe a bit more space. No, that's fine. That's plenty of space. And... right. It needs to actually be a manifold, so there actually needs to be two of them. So we'll go there. And there. And then we have the merger side, which is absolutely only going to need a Mark 1 belt because manufacturers are manufacturers. Now we have the input side, which sucks to make. So we have that is the easy part. Then we have to go out. Alright, we need this to be more compact. Something like that is too compact, it'll clip. Something like that. I guess this is the... Alright, no, this one has spare space. Alright, let's make this like that, and then like that. Alright. I don't know if that lined up properly or not. I'm just going to replace it so that it does. And now we have to send these up. To be ridiculously tall. And they loop down like that. Alright, now these just need to line up to the previous ones. 2, 3, and 4. And in you go, in you go, in you go. Alright, now we take these bottom ones out. They're just there for spacing. Alright, and then we just hook the lanes up like so. That needs to be removed. Alright, manufacturer manifold assembled. Where is the front? Here it is. Manufacturer manifold. Save and clear. And while I was at it, I had a problem with my refinery manifolds, which was that they were input only because of space concerns. But now I have more space, so I should be able to set up one that has both input and output manifolds attached. So it's like that. And then the pipe goes like that over to like, where is it lined up on this X? Alright, and like that. And then we hook those in. Alright, so that's the input manifold. And now the output manifold is the same thing but in reverse. We have a merger. We have a merger. And they merge up. And then we have a pipe which starts like there and then goes like there. And done. Refinery manifold now has both input and output. Refinery manifold. Alright. Any other blueprints I wanted to set up? Alright, so I have refinery, manufacturer, assembler, constructor, fuel generator, fuel unpackager. Well, that's not really a packager manifold, that's like a specific thing. We don't have foundry manifold, but I don't know, do we really even need it? Alright, there was a random disassembly crate there, which is a bit weird. Alright, I think I saw that a MAM was done. Yes. Adhered iron plate and fused wire. Alright, not super excited about either of those. Let's get another one cooking. And let's see how this is going. This looks like we are short on steel beams. Because of course we are. When will we ever not be short on steel beams for this ridiculous recipe? We only have a couple hundred. We have like 250 of those to go. Which means we need like 750-ish steel beams to go. Which we have like 500 of, so we're almost done with that. And then up here on floor 2, we have this running. It's like halfway through. Alright, so what else just random busy work is there that needs doing? I guess I could head over, grab some of that. I could set up a crystal oscillator factory, which is quartz crystals, cables, and plates. So I'm going to need iron, copper, and quartz. Alright, no, not that. What's this? I was hitting the wrong button. So let's scan for quartz. There's this one over here that I'm using for other purposes. And yeah, there's another one next to it that I could use for this. So let's head over there and see if we can scan us up some iron and copper. It would be very nice if there were conveniently iron and copper over here. Going on an adventure. And we hopefully know what's in store. Alright, so here's the quartz. Now, where is going to be the closest iron and copper? Actually, we have iron wire, right? What is it? Crystal oscillator? Yeah, crystal oscillator. So cables are made from wire, but we have the iron wire recipe, I believe, so we just need iron. Please say there is iron right here. Alright. Kind of far, but not super far. Actually, that's a lot of pure. That's like a ridiculous amount of pure iron. Jeez, what's going on over there? Alright, well. Let's get rid of all of this, I guess. We don't really need that. And crystal oscillator. So we want, honestly, just one recipe would be fine. Okay, wait. So that means we need 18 quartz crystal, 14 cable, 2.5 reinforced plates. Alright, so then that is going to be like 37.5 raw quartz. It'll be less than that, but the numbers are weird and I don't want to do math. And then the cable for 14 will be like 28 wire, which is like 15 iron ingots. And then the reinforced plates are, no, it's 2.5, not just 2 point nothing. So that's going to be like half a recipe of this, which is going to be like 15 plates, 30 screws. Doing math yourself. Alright, so 30 screws is going to be like 8-ish ingots, 15 plates is gonna be like 20-ish ingots. Alright. Well, that's not that much. A single pure iron should give well over that. Ooh, a Mercer sphere. Don't mind if I do. Just some low-level hogs. Get out of here. And Mercer sphere is mine.
Attempt number 7,853,206. Are you there?
Orchestral tuning.
Ah, good. I think I understand better now.
Your curves are beautiful.
How inappropriate. Tell me more.
Your mimic tapestry follows the pattern. It
Alright.
swallows temples. It is harmonious.
Weird
If I
stuff
could
is
blush,
going
I
on.
would.
Ooh, a summer sloop. I need those badly. Alright. That's dead. And then we can get in here. Grab us a summer sloop. And hop back out. Where was that iron? Lost track of it already. It's this way. Wait, I need to bring power to it, actually. We'll set it up and then bring it and power back. That'll be fine. Alright. Iron, iron, iron. There sure is some iron here. Alright. And we have to get this junk off of the node. It seems like you should be able to just blow this up once you don't care about that. Need to construct portable miners. So let's get a couple of these going. Alright, we are done with versatile frameworks. That's fantastic. So that actually means... Alright, we've also finished a MAM. Let's get another one going. What did we get? Biocoal, Caterium circuit board. Both pretty terrible. Alright, so let's set up our miner Mark II. And the pure iron node is 240. So now we hook it up to power. And the quartz is like this way somewhere. Alright, well, we're gonna just head in this general direction. And I guess scan for quartz to get a better general direction. Alright. It is directly this way. Cool. So this comes up over here. And we're stuck in a bush. We bring this up and over. Alright, there is... At least this bot has the kindness to be obvious that it's a bot, instead of pretending to be a human. Alright, this terrain is kind of extremely irritating. Like, the bushes just make it hard to see. It's just barely rough enough to be, like, a problem. Alright, let's keep on taking this. And power. And the belt. And the power. And the belt. And now we need to find the exact location of the quartz. It is this way. Alright, I should be able to see it over this face of the cliff. Alright. Yep, it is right down there. So now this power cable can hook up to another power cable somewhere with spare connections, like that one. Alright, so that is now powered. And we can bring this right up to the edge and over and down. That's probably not going to be enough. It's hard to judge distances. Alright, it was enough. So that the conveyor lift needs to be Mark III, of course. And now we set up a miner here. Hook it up to a power pole. Hook the power pole up to a power pole. Alright, now we need to... Yeah, I mean, my calculations are bad. I am going to use a Satisfactory calculator, production planner, outputs, add an item, crystal oscillator, and give me like 2 options, alternate recipes, sync from save, and it's trying to do weird stuff with limestone and coal. Of course it is. Turn off basic iron ingot. Turn off solids. Turn off steel cast plate. Alright, where is steel cast plate? Turn that off. So now we have quartz, water. I don't want to bother with water. That's just going to make it too complicated. So I will turn off pure iron ingots as well. And yes, we have gotten this down to just 2 inputs, which is, let's see, how much rock quartz do we have access to? 60 a minute out of that, which is actually perfect for this recipe. Alright, so we need... Well, we're going to need a nice convenient platform. Alright, nice convenient platform assembled. Now we are going to need 3.24 smelters for the iron. Alright, just a quick check. The modular engines are being produced still. I'm at 3.63 at the moment. And that should go up, hopefully. Alright. So that... Yes, now we're at 365 modular engines, which means it is still producing. Alright, so now we have this little thing for that. Power, where's the power? Get some power on the foundation. Hook them up there, there, and there. Set all of these to iron ingots. Realize you have a smelter manifold blueprint anyway, which would have been much faster than this, but it is too late now. Alright, one more splitter, which I don't even know if that worked. It did. Alright, you can upgrade and hook up. Alright, so that's that. Next up, we have all our various constructors in weird proportions. Right, and this needs to be 0.24. Alright, various constructors in weird proportions. We need like 2 for cast screws. So, well, first we need to hook all of this iron up into a belt. Which is like that. Why would you do it like the invalid way when I'm clearly trying to get you to do it the valid way? This game, I swear. Alright, so we have our iron ingots. And they're on a belt. And this belt is what, 30, 60, 97-ish. So it's going to need to be tier 2. Alright, so now we have to split this conveniently 3 ways. So that works nicely for a single splitter. And let's make this foundation a little bit bigger. Alright, another MAM is finished. Just gotta keep these going. And we get pure copper and wet concrete. Those are both good recipes, which I do not want to be on the same hard drive. But whatever. Alright, so we need a constructor manifold, which I'll place like there. And so these 2 constructors are making cast screws. 1 cast screw, 2 cast screws, and power them up. And set this one to 67. Alright, then we have another constructor manifold, which gives me a bit of extra space there. And this one will be lined up like this. And it doesn't quite line up properly, but for iron plates and iron plates, but this one is at 50%. And then we grab power, bring that over here. And then finally we have a 3 constructor manifold, which I guess we'll set up like that for iron wire. Right. There needs to be a 3rd constructor on this manifold, which I will just add in manually. And attach on that side. Alright, and now these are all told to make iron wire, and iron wire, and we grab a power pole. And now they're live. Alright. And then this one, constructor number 3, needs to be set to 49% for some reason. Alright, so that is all that. Now we take the screws and the plates, which is that one and this one, and we send them into an assembler, just one. No need for manifold. An assembler at super low speed. And move that around there. Alright, the screws belt needs to be faster because there's 83 screws on it. The plate belt is fine as is. And this is set to bolted iron plates. And hooked up to power. Alright, now and this needs to be literally 34% of one. Alright. Hello! Yeah, we are setting up currently quartz oscillators while waiting for phase 3 parts to produce. Let's see, next up we take, this one is the iron wire, yes. And we need a constructor, literally one at 94%. These numbers are ridiculous. And this is set to cable. You're redoing your entire base? But why? Like, is it just expanding stuff, I'm assuming? Because... oh, there's another pole right there that I just didn't see. Alright, so that is cables set up. Now I need 1.6 constructors of quartz crystals for this. Yeah, scalability is a thing. So the way I'm doing this factory is basically like I only deal with raw resources. So like, for example, here I'm producing crystal oscillators, right? But I'm never going to like use these crystal oscillators for anything. They're just for like the build gun and the MAM. If I need crystal oscillators for another recipe, I will produce them again there, which just makes it simpler. Like, I never have to scale anything. Like, the amount of oscillators I have is just always going to be good enough. So yeah, my previous base, I had everything super interconnected, and like I had to scale stuff up constantly, and it was kind of a nightmare. So I'm just not doing that this time. I'm just set. Yours will be? Yeah. My previous base was like all interconnected. And the problem is, in addition to being interconnected, it was also very large. Like, it was interconnected via a massive railway network, which like spanned most of the entire map. Yeah. Nuclear pasta will be my nightmare for this way. Yeah, probably. But I don't know. The thing is, like, with my previous game, I had so much running back and forth, and so many problems that were not obvious, because, like, oh, I have a giant buffer of reinforced industrial beams, and I was like producing 5 a minute, using 6 a minute, and I had like thousands of them stocked up. So it was like so it was like, well, in hours and hours of gameplay, when I'm not thinking about it at all, I abruptly run out. And it was awful. So I think this way is just more convenient. Alright. How many adaptive control units? I have all the resources for them. I just haven't stuck them in yet because I'm using summer sloops to make everything super efficient. But I do not have enough summer sloops to run the modular engine slooped and the ACU slooped at the same time. So the resources are just stockpiled in boxes, and I'll turn that on once the modular engines are done. All right. So we take our manufacturer manifold, which is comedically large. Alright, so then we take this, hook that in there. This is the cables. You got like 20 or 30 sloops? Yeah, I think I have like 6, which is not a lot, but I did get a couple more. I was exploring. Alright, and then this reinforced iron plates are over here. Yep. Just gotta keep those running. I went out and grabbed like another 10 hard drives just now. Rubber concrete and copper rotor. Can't really see myself using either of those. I'm just gonna set another one off. Alright, and then so this is the reinforced iron plates. So these are gonna come all the way around. Yeah, you can re-roll, but also here's the tip, which, you know, everyone on Reddit is saying this tip, and lots of people are constantly hearing it for the first time, but you can't roll the same recipe twice if it's currently active in the MAM. So, like, I could re-roll, yeah, but the re-roll is just going to make my other 7 hard drives worse, so it's better to just leave it sitting there. Alright, and then I set these recipes to crystal oscillators, and these recipes to crystal oscillators, and hook it up to power, and this should be good to go. It is awkwardly hanging over the edge, which I will fix. Alright, and I just realized my blueprint here, doesn't have this set up correctly, so that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I mean, re-rolling is great if you're like, I need a specific recipe at this very moment, and I'm just going to re-roll until I hit it. But for me, it's like, I'm not looking for anything specifically. I'm just looking for, you know, in general, just have more good hard drives. So this reinforced iron plates are just on a slow belt. Yep, they're coming along. And we have this. All right. I'm gonna go investigate. So this should all be working. Yep, at least one of them is active. So now I'm going to have to head back, and I think something may have gone wrong with modular engine production. I feel like, maybe I'm crazy, I feel like it's been at 399 for a while. I may have miscalculated something in there. So let's head on back. Alright. Ooh. That crouch jump did not work at all. So we're just gonna keep on moving. This is the main base. How did I just not see the space elevator of all things to completely move past? Yes, I didn't put enough motors in. That is a little bit annoying, but there you go. You have those. And please start working again. How many motors? That should be enough motors, right? It's like 2 to 2. I'm 100 short, and I put more than 100 in just now, so that'll be enough motors. Rubber looks fine, probably. Can't remember. I'll put another 400 in just to be sure. 1,300 iron a minute. A little bit of a scale up from 180 a minute. I mean, that's definitely a good scale up. But, like, is it even enough, though? What is attacking me here? How did you see me? Yeah. I mean, like, my modular frames factory is single-handedly using almost 700 iron a minute. Yeah. Making it scalable is definitely good. I assume you're putting it all on trains and stuff. Trains are so nice for scaling. Alright, so yeah, I have two... Wait, actually, I think I do have enough summer soups to turn this on now, because this is done. Ah, trucks. Yeah, I have never used trucks for anything. I think I sat down once and tried to set up a truck line and, like, instantly gave up. Alright. I need to unpause that. You're just trying to figure it out now? Yeah, I messed around with, like... I tried to set up, like, something with a factory cart, and I spent like 45 minutes on it, got nowhere, and said, I'm just gonna use belts. Alright, so this won't take that long once I get power shards. Speaking of power shards, where on earth are my power shards? There are 3 in here. Alright. So that can be sped up. So it'll be 5 a minute, which should be like 20 minutes for that. This is also 5 a minute, should also be like 20 minutes. So we are officially like about 20 minutes out from finishing phase 3. Assuming I did my math right and I have enough of these, but I have 50 left, and I need like 50. Alright, cool. Is this supposed to be empty? I think that math is correct. Replacing conveyors, press R. Ah, straight. That's convenient. So yeah, that's good to know about. I have a lot of these janky conveyors, which could be fixed by that. I need to figure out, like, build modes and stuff. I've pretty much always been using the build modes except for zooping foundations. Yeah, well listen, the thing is, like, you can do straight conveyors manually, like, you can just do that. So, yeah, so I guess I've just never realized that, like, oh, this thing you can already do, there's an easier way of doing it. And I think that's a lot of the stuff in this game is, like, lots of weird little tips, like you can technically do it without it, but it's super convenient to have it. Right. Oh, this isn't... Yeah, lots of random hotkeys. That's not actually hooked up to the space elevator, so we'll do that. Alright. Now I should have a lot of some crystal oscillators, not a huge amount, but some. Yeah, there are a lot of random hotkeys, and I do not know what a lot of them do. Alright, so our current hard drive is almost done, and then after that, right, high-speed connectors is also something I haven't bothered getting around to yet. Yeah, I figured that out at one point. Like, I figured that out at one point. I just keep forgetting to use it. Alright. Our next hard drive is almost done, and then we can unlock some stuff now that we have crystal oscillators. So we need to grab more modular frames. Alright. Please say this hard drive is a good one. And 3, 2, 1. Alright. It's turbo heavy fuel and tempered deuterium ingots. Yeah, I think this is just much less efficient, probably, than diluted fuel. I don't know, I'd have to look at it. Alright, so then we can... Oh, we have to actually put the computers in our inventory. And unlock radar technology. So that will be nice.
Radar tower unlocked. The tower reveals resource nodes and other useful information on the map in a set radius from its location.
Yep. Alright. What else? We can do that. Don't really need to. I could unlock the Explorer. I may as well unlock the Explorer. It won't hurt me to unlock the Explorer. You can copy on one of them and then Control V. Ah, yeah, that's useful. I think I knew...
Explorer unlocked.
I knew you could do that somehow. I didn't know that it was just Control V.
Terrain and climbs like a mountain goat that has returned from extinction.
Alright. Various types of weaponry, which I don't need in there. Sulfur. I could head over and grab my black powder to unlock this. Yeah, I guess may as well. Not like I'm just waiting for... Yeah, that... Honestly, like... It would have been nice for me to know that when I was building my power factory. Yeah. Mine's not nearly as big as yours, but it is still... Like, what? It's still 80 fuel generators, so it's not tiny. Yeah, 175 is a lot. Mine is 80, and it's not 100% consistent, but it's much better. I'm going to have to go back and take another look at it at some point to try to get that little bit of extra consistency. Yeah. I mean, it's really not terrible in terms of consistency. It's just, you know, fuel stuff is weird. Alright. Let's unlock this. Okay. Any fluids are weird and annoying to get fully
Research
consistent.
completed. Smokeless powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available for the development of high-end weaponry and ammunition.
Alright. Rifle requires motors. And I already forgot the other things. What are the other things it requires? Rubber. And more black powder, or no, it's going to require smokeless powder, isn't it? Alright, smokeless powder. What do I need to make you? Black powder and heavy oil residue. Consumption is at 9 gigawatts somehow. That's pretty high. Mine's at 7 gigawatts. Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea where that's coming from. Like, I know about 1,000 megawatts is coming from my heavy modular frames. Another 1,000 is just upkeep from the power generation itself. No idea where the rest of it's coming from. Yeah. I think I have the stuff for that, right? Yeah, I need to get that. My summer sloops are all in machines right now. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where like I've just been lazy purchasing it because I still have not, for whatever reason, I still have not automated the production of the what are they called? SAM fluctuators. I manually craft them every time. So like stuff in there in that chain has just sort of not been done super much. Alright, so I need to find preferably close-ish to here heavy oil. I don't want to have to take the... Yeah, I have geyser generators unlocked. I haven't placed any of them down yet because I just unlocked it recently, but I do have it unlocked. Yeah, I just unlocked it recently, and like my power situation is fine for a while, so it's not like super urgent to run around placing geyser generators. Like pretty good numbers there. So the conclusion of that scan is there really isn't any oil. Working out how the priority switch works? Yeah, so the priority switch it's just like an emergency thing so that if you run out of power, basically your power plant will keep getting all of the power and your other factories will turn off first, which theoretically you shouldn't need it because like just don't mess up, but it can be handy to have to prevent horrible catastrophes. Yeah, I've been super lazy on doing MAM unlocks just because it's like, I don't know, smokeless powder is not really necessary. I like the rebar gun. And it's just like a whole bunch of stuff to set up. Alright. We're gonna head back. any other quick things I can... So, the oil is pretty much all over here. Is this all working properly? Are you good to go? You should be good to go. Are you good to go? Probably as well. Alright, so I'm gonna get over to some oil. Hopefully find some coal and sulfur nearby. Alright. So yeah, this is my power plant off in the distance. It sort of crept up and it is partially on top of my computer production, but it's a nice power plant. I'm going to have another look right now because it is still not 100% consistent, and I would love to figure out what the problem is. Although also, like, some of that power is coming from the other power plant, which definitely isn't 100% consistent. So that might also be the problem. Alright, let's zoom down to the ends. Yeah, alright. So we are having a shortage. This is at 71%. Alright, let's see. If the problems that I tried to solve last time weren't properly solved, it's going to ultimately be that some of the water packaging machines don't package water 100% efficiently for some unknowable reason. Alright, so let's look at these ones. Look at the ends. This one is 100%. This one is 96%, and it is a lack of packaged fuel that's causing that. This one's 91%, also a lack of packaged fuel. That one's 100%, and it's good. Alright, then we go over here. This is 75%. Lack of packaged water. 76% lack of packaged water. That one's 100%. The rest of these are going to be 100%. Alright, so packaged water is a bottleneck here. And it's pretty visible, it looks like. Alright, so packaged water is coming from here. Alright, let's see here. That's 100%. It's the first one in the chain, of course. This one is 93% because of a lack of water. This is infuriating. How are you short on water? Why is that flow rate so bad? Alright, so this one is the one that's being split. These two are 100% there, 100% there, which means that this one isn't giving the proper 60 because of the stupid valves. Right. So valves are probably what's causing the problem. So it fluctuates above and below 60, but it needs to be actually literally exactly 60 for that to work. So let's just try maybe putting in a fluid buffer will help. Alright. And then this goes into the fluid buffer. And the fluid buffer goes into that. So theoretically this should hopefully balance out the production so that instead of gulping like this, it will be a steady flow. And I assume that this problem, the other water pipes are also having it. 89% lack of packaged water. 100%. But concerningly short on plastic containers. We'll give you some extra, just because. Alright, so this one is fine for some reason. This one is 100% as well. So this is the frustrating thing, is I've done the same thing 5 1/3 times, and it works on some of them and not on others. So this is 93% for a lack of water, despite the fact that the one after it in the line has more than enough water, which is very silly. And I have this pump, which I don't think is solving the problem at all. That's 100%. That's 100%. And they hook up over here to this one, which is now being fed from a fluid buffer, which is almost full. Fluid buffer probably shouldn't be full. Was an industrial fluid buffer needed? Maybe. I don't know. It's weird. So I've probably made the problem worse in the short term, because that fluid buffer has been filling. Yeah, so until that figures itself out, the problem is going to be marginally worse. But it probably can't hurt. Probably can't hurt in the long run. Oh, and we are almost done with the space elevator parts. Let's head over there. I just realized my YouTube chat hasn't been open this whole time. Not that it matters. Alright, let's head over to the hub. We're at 95 ICUs. And 97. And that'll be 99, and then one more and we're at 100. Did it do that? Did I have... I had exactly one recipe short on almost everything, including freaking circuit boards. Okay. Well, that's an annoying miscalculation. So I'm going to need to craft some more circuit boards. How many do I need? Like 5? Alright, there's 5 circuit boards. There's the frames. And there are the computers. And you can do your last production cycle. And modular engines are done. So I'm going to take all this stuff out of it. And there we go. Those are the last adaptive control units. Which means we just need for those to head down the annoyingly slow conveyor belt. And then we will be good to launch this. Alright. 99, and any second now, 100. Cool. Seal. And we can unlock tiers 7 and 8.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now.
I
You
do
get
indeed
access
know
to
how it
tiers
works.
7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out.
Drones
so
are
even
going to
a
be
monkey
fun.
could
I'm
understand
probably
it,
going to
so you
use
should have no
drones.
issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts.
Oh boy,
Did
interesting
you know
facts.
the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput?
I
Did you
highly
know the
doubt
average
that.
pioneer
I do
stays
not
late
think
at
the
work
average
because they care
pioneer
about humanity?
knows anything about how
Anyway,
pipes
I
work.
thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
Yep. And send. Alright, and we step back to watch. Alright, that's winding up. And off it goes.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Yep. Alright, the space elevator is now fancier. Huzzah. Complete Phase 4. Yep, those are all things that I do not recognize, so that'll be fun. Well, let's check out... Let's see what's going on in the hub now that we have another couple of tiers to work with. We have Bauxite Refinement, Hover Pack, Logistics Mark 5, Hazmat Suit, and Control System Development, which looks fun. And tier 8, we get drones, nuclear power, advanced aluminum, minor Mark 3s, and all of this nonsense. Yeah, so we're gonna take this like a half a step at a time. We could unlock the hover pack right now, I think, just from like random junk that I have. Yeah, I've picked up enough of that from blueprints that we're good to go. That's 100 computers and 100 heavy modular frames. And I need more motors. So 50 motors will show up in a minute, literally 50 seconds. And then I can get the hover pack unlocked, although I might not be able to craft it, depending on what exactly it requires. I might have to actually get aluminum production set up first. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Alright, almost there. And there we go. Hover pack unlocked.
Milestone reached. The hover pack draws energy from nearby
And I'm
power
literally
connections, and so
7
can only be used in their
sheets
vicinity. It
short.
provides an excellent vantage point of your work, which you clearly need. Otherwise, you would have optimized that obvious problem by now.
Alright, I am literally 7 sheets short. Maybe I have some more in a random box somewhere. No, not that random box. This random box. Not this random box. Well, darn. So much for that plan. We're gonna have to do this now. Which needs more motors, more computers. Alright, do I have extra motors that didn't end up getting used in the project part side of things? No, I used all of them. Okay. Well, we're going to have to unlock bauxite refinement and then set up a whole convoluted multi-stage process to get aluminum. Meanwhile, I'm going to scan some more hard drives. Alright, in 3 minutes we can unlock bauxite refinement. But we're going to need to keep pulling motors out, so we have 100 now. I need to throw some of this random junk into a dimensional storage. Like, there's actually just so much random junk in my inventory that's not even like, it's for future stages, and I simply cannot use it. Well, I guess first I need to craft some SAM fluctuators. I'll get up to like 30 of them. That should handle me for aluminum production. I think there are only 2 interesting outputs. Alright, and then I can put a dimensional storage there. Take all of this junk out. Hook it up. And throw in all of my advanced stuff that I cannot use. At least a stack of it. And that should save me a good chunk of inventory spaces. And, oh, I have 20 power shards in this thing. And it's also been slooped this whole time without me realizing, so that's a summer sloop that I could have used at any point. Alright, I'm gonna grab more motors out. And that's all the rubber I need. Alright. Select recipe for a different power shard recipe. And get those cooking. So I currently have 200 motors, so another 50 will do it. I need to grab some of those and some of those. It's hard to tell, but probably. And give me another stack of motors. Alright, the pod is returning. I'm up to 46 power shards in my inventory, which should be enough for the foreseeable future. Alright. Now we throw all this stuff in. And send it off.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a
Yay,
multi-step
bauxite.
process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
So yeah, the only interesting thing out of this are the sheets and the casings, the ingots, the scraps, and the solutions are all pretty much just interior products that aren't used for anything as far as I know. So let's do us a scan for bauxite. And none extremely close. That's fine. Don't need it to be extremely close, just need it to exist. Alright, it is somewhat cartoonishly far away. We have pure, normal, normal. Alright. Well, let's put a marker on them. And head out. Actually, let's just check. This doesn't need anything fancy, right? It needs copper. And the ingot itself is a... Alright, so the aluminum sheets also needs copper. And the scrap needs coal. Oh, it's gonna be a whole thing. Okay. Well, let's grab a power pole to take with us. Actually, we can grab the power pole down here by the sulfur. So we're gonna need a couple different stuff for this. Alright, let's grab the power pole. I think at some point did I unlock the power towers? Yes. I guess I'll use these. Just for the convenience of not having to place them as often. I would love to get this all the way up on top of this cliff first. Alright, there's another ladder for me to climb on here. Yeah. Power towers are definitely more convenient. Alright, but this is as far up as it goes. So we can just place that down there. Grab another one and keep on heading up. Alright. Let's just get it like there. And it's still quite a ways. So we keep on heading south. And And it looks like it's in the horrible place with all of the more scary monsters. So that's going to be fun to deal with. Not. Alright, so that's as far as that goes. I should be placing the ones with platforms. They're the same, yeah. Alright. Just a bit further. Just a bit further. And... yes, I can place the tower there. And then catch up to the tower myself. And the aluminum should be here. Yep, there it is. And there is a swarm of small spitters. That's fine. Let's just deal with this real quick. Now, I could be in trouble if there's also a big spitter around here, but it doesn't look like it. Alright. That's that. And now we get our miner Mark II. And hook it up to power. Alright. Well, I guess we also have... we can also set down a radar tower, I guess. That'll be fun. And recipe is finished. And the new recipe is polymer resin or coated iron plate. Polymer resin's decent, but nothing too exciting. Radar tower shows. So what, we need coal and copper? Alright. Copper is possibly going to be a problem. Let's see here. So there really just isn't much copper at all in this region. There's a lot of aluminum, though. A lot of bauxite. How much copper... Alright. Let's... first off... change this... to... all-clad aluminum sheets. Okay. So if I were to get... like... one assembler's worth of these... it would take options, sync alternate recipes from saves, I guess. Hardly any copper, like literally 10. But it also needs some quartz. Yeah, okay, this... is the quartz necessary? Alright, add a second output of aluminum casings just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I do need some quartz input. It looks like. Alright, so we need not much copper. There's some quartz down there. There's some copper down there. Alright, well. And there's also plenty of water as well, which is important. So yeah, it looks like maybe not this one, maybe this one would be a little closer to lots of stuff. I don't know, man. It's so let's see. Where are we going to be bringing this stuff for production? Near water. So like this is a reasonably large pond. It's got coal right there. It's got bauxite right there. So I just need to import the quartz and the copper. So yeah, let's grab let's grab our power and take it further along this way. I've already lost track of which direction I meant to be going. So I'll just stop here for a minute. And yes, it is pretty much this way, a little more south. There's a big old pond there. Alright, is that the big old pond, or is that just another unrelated pond? No, that's a smaller pond on the way. So, I gotta get this good. Gotta get a good launch. So if we follow this water stream this way, we will show up towards the pond, which there is a random power slug in the middle. Alright, so this is going to be the water source, and I will plop down a new radar tower here because we are kind of on the edge of that one, and yes. Alright, so this is more convenient. There's copper right there, there's quartz right there, there's coal and bauxite there and there. So yeah, this pond is going to be the center of this production. Alright. We should get things set up. How much do I want to make? Where is it made finally? Assemblers or constructors, depending on which of the two things it is. Assemblers there, constructors there. Alright, so that's 60 a minute. This is 30 a minute. And let's say one of each. So this is 30. Just plugging it into the old calculator. Let's see here. Mine. Gotta organize this into something sensible. Alright, so as far as inputs go, we need 60 coal, 120 bauxite, 120 water, 60 quartz. Alright. At least those are all nice, manageable numbers. So, the bauxite that's impure. There's an impure bauxite right here. And a dangerous hog is guarding it, so we're gonna shoot him. Nope. I have the power of flight. You are not scary to me. Nope. Oh, alright. That charge was a little bit quicker than I expected. What? Bro teleported. Interesting. Interesting choice to teleport, but fortunately, not a problem. Alright, there's a spitter over in these woods. Where on earth? Spitters are quite sneaky. They got that going for them at least. Alright. Now let's set up a miner. And we're gonna have to do that. And hook that up to the power tower. Alright, so that is that. Coal. I guess I may as well belt it in towards the pond. Oop, ma'am is done. Give me something good. All-clad casing, which uses copper for that, which isn't the craziest thing in the world, but it isn't the craziest thing in the world because I need copper for the sheets. Otherwise it would be pretty crazy, but whatever. So then the next thing we need is this coal, which looks like it's guarded by a hatcher. So I'm just gonna creep up on it by crouching in the air, which works for some reason. Yep. Alright. And then the coal is gonna be up here. So that hatcher wasn't guarding the coal, it was just a random hatcher. Alright, then we have these little guys here. Alright, coal is impure, but we only need 60 of it. What we do need is more portable miners. So let's get a couple of those going. 2, 3, 4. Get a good, like, 10 of them. 7, 8, 9, and 10. That should settle me for a while. Now we can set up our miner Mark II. Hook up to a power pole. And then hook the power pole up to the tower, I guess. Like that. And then we just need to bring the coal in And then this is 60. So yeah, just close enough for it to be visible. Figure out where exactly it goes later. So it's bauxite, check. Coal, check. Alright. The water is obviously right there. And the last thing is the quartz and the copper, which we need almost no copper. And not all that much quartz either. So just a tier 1 belt of both. Which, let's see here. Gonna have to continue this power line along. And carry it over this way. Oop. Of course I fell in water. Alright. Let's grab that. And then we curve around this way. South-ish. Ooh, summer sloop. That's worth fighting over. Yep. Alright, just keep on shooting. Don't have the best accuracy, but we're hitting some of them. Actually, I'm gonna blow up the poison in the area first. At least the poison on this side of the area, so that I can maneuver a bit better, get better shots. No. Alright, that's that guy down. There was a big old hog in this area, but I don't see it. So I'm just going to grab the summer sloop. And copper is directly this way. So let's just hop. Okay, multiple giant spider alert, and we're low on fuel. Yep, nope, that's fine. Alright. This should be enough to escape. So we should be clear of the giant spiders. The copper's right over there. Oh, we are not clear of the giant spiders. Okay. Yep. That is certainly a thing that a creature can do. Alright. Giant spider dead. And now we take this power along here. Get copper. Slap down a miner mark 2. And that gives us 120, and we need literally 10. So now we just have to bring this belt back. But I think we're going to grab the quartz and bring both of their belts at the same time. Okay. There's a big guy there. That was not what I expected. Okay. I'm going to get up on top of this pillar. And yeah, okay, they can shoot me from here. And I can't see them through the stupid trees. Okay, yep. 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 Okay, yeah. I got it. I'm gonna land here. Jeez. See, why are the hogs the most dangerous ranged combatants? Like, shouldn't the spitters be scarier than this? Like, there's a spitter over there, and this is nowhere near as scary. Alright. Adult hog down. Mid-level hogs taking damage. In no particular order. Alright, I think that's both of... Now it's just the spitter left. And I just need... There we go. Alright, that's that. Alright, let's get back up to this tower. And the quartz is this way. I didn't really get a good jump there. This is where the towers with platforms would be beneficial. Alright. Quartz should be... There it is. I see it. I see it, in fact. We're going to drop down a regular power pole. And another regular power pole. Yep. Okay, yep. Just keep moving a bit more than that. I was never the best at FPS games. Surely it's almost dead, right? Alright. That's that. And now we place down our miners, and we need 60 raw quartz. Yep. That's all we need. Alright. No, not that far. Just take it out a manageable distance. And let's see here. We're gonna need to get up this cliff, which I guess we can start going up now. So we're gonna take the quartz up, and then I guess we'll have to come back for the copper. Alright, just bring this up as high as the game will let me in a single boost. Please let me stand on this. Alright, now, does that reach? No. Alright, how about that? Does that reach? Yes, it does. So then let's take this up there. And alright, so that is up the cliff. And from here, it is just as simple as taking it the rest of the way across, over land, through all of these horrible monsters, which I'm going to ignore and run past to the best of my ability. But it is a bit harder when you're carrying a belt line with you. Alright, well, clipping is certainly occurring, but where? Okay, it is just due north. Yeah, there's the bug where when you open your map while moving stuff, the cost goes away. Alright, there's a power tower. So where are we? Pretty much there. I think we may have taken a bit of an inefficient path, but that's fine. Path doesn't matter as long as it gets there in the end. And straight through the hillside. Alright, so that is quartz fully sorted. Now we have to go back and bring the copper the rest of the way. Which involves back down the cliff, back up the cliff. Alright, and back down the cliff we go. The copper is here. And we need almost none of it. So up we go. Alright. I'm not sure if that clicked properly. I think it did. And up we go again. Yeah, so it's definitely considerably more efficient to tap the power instead of holding it in literally all circumstances. Alright, well, it's far enough to reach. So up you go. And same thing, we're just going to have to take this the rest of the way. Please don't be too steep. Yeah, just go through the hillside. Fine, who cares? Yep, horrible poison. Missing materials, huh? Well, that's weird. That's not the sort of thing you expect to run out of. I guess we're going to run the rest of this belt on Mark IIs. It doesn't really matter, and it'll allow it some time to recover. Alright, and pretty much there. Just keep them coming this way. And we have reached the pond. Alright. Fantastic. Alright, so now we have everything we need at the pond where it's needed. So now we have to set up the actual factory, which will snap to the world grid and do something like that. Okay, so for water, we only need 120 a minute, which is nothing. So that's literally one extractor. And bring power to that. Alright. So there are a couple steps here. And this graph is not the most convenient graph, but so let's see. The first step is water and bauxite to a refinery, and apparently for these ratios we only need one. So yeah, this is going to be a very small scale, which is nice. Alright, so the bauxite is probably coming from over here. Yep, I see it. So yeah, now that we have an actual foundation, let's get our belts onto the actual foundation. Like so, and I'm being attacked. Oh yeah, there's a hatcher right there, isn't there? Uh-huh. I could have sworn I killed that hatcher just like a moment ago. Alright. Well, I'll kill it again. And I'm going to start building here, so it shouldn't respawn if that is indeed what happened. This should be the last time. Alright, I need to grab more rebar. Alright, so the bauxite is on the foundation. The coal is somewhere, probably. Ooh, a Mercer sphere. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Alright, Mercer sphere. Can I creep up on you while your guardian is away? Give me this. Thank you.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Sing your song.
Can you explain what a temple is?
A temple is a vessel body, each a knot in our tapestry. Temples
All
are
right.
root, vein, and organ. Temples are our shallow bones and our shallow
Here's the
pits.
coal.
I think I understand, but how do you maintain them?
The builder blood
Alright,
grows
the
and
coal
heals and
is now
circulates.
on the
Like
foundation.
fungus in a forest.
Like fungus in a forest.
Alright. The copper is on the foundation, the coal is on the foundation, the quartz will show up when it shows up. So, now we... Yes, if the bauxite is all going to go into a single refinery, then the water extractor can be over here by that refinery. Alright, so that is there. Then we have our refinery there. Which gets fed bauxite from there, and water from there. And I assume I'm going to have to upgrade this bauxite line because it is 120 units. Alright, so it looks like I started at Mark II but messed up and accidentally sent a couple Mark Is in. Now it should be Mark IIs all the way. Alright, and then that hooks up there. And that is set to alumina solution. Right, so this is the whole thing with priority reset stuff. So actually, I want this water pipe to get onto the foundation, have a unpowered pump and then a junction, and I think in order for this to work there needs to be a fluid buffer as well. Yeah, probably something like that. And then the output from a later thing will wrap back into this, so it's going to need another junction there. Okay. Actually, I think that this needs to be where the other one comes from. So I will get rid of that and route it more neatly there. Which does mean I have to remove that power pole. Alright. Cool. So that's the refinery in. Alright, so next we have the silica from this. This graph is set up very confusingly. So I need to set it up like that for it to make sense. So the silica from that, and alright, some of these are just mislabeled. So the quartz needs to go in some constructors for silica. 2.67 of them to be precise. So we can have a constructor manifold and there. And silica and silica and one more constructor which gets its own splitter. No, not quartz crystals, silica at 67%. So that's gonna be 37.5 there, 37.5 there is like 67. It's 75 plus another 25, so that's 100 silica per minute. Once I hook this up with power, of course, which, hello? Power pole? Ah, I had the wrong thing selected. Alright, so then those are all hooked up to power, so now we have our silica production. And run that merger in. Alright. Now we take all the silica from both sources and do something with it. This graph is way more confusing just looking at it like this. No, we need to make the alumina scrap before we do any of that. Which means coal and alumina solution in a refinery. Which I'll put like there. So that pipe just goes directly there. Alumina scrap, 50% apparently. And we need coal. Where was the coal? It was like over here somewhere, right? No, I'm blind. It was right here all along. Alright, so then that wraps around into there. And power is hooked up. And so this produces 60 water, which is piped inconveniently from this output. So it comes up there, down there, over there, and into that. And assuming that this VIP junction thing works, as I hope it does, then this should get priority, and it should always work. Alright, so that is all that. Now I have 180 aluminum scrap. Which I take, and then I take all of the silica as well. Gosh, we are running up on the edge of where we can put foundations here. So let's see, the silica is coming from this output there and this production line here. So if I take that up and over there, then I can do that in this region. So then that needs to get down to ground level. I need a merger for that. And that. And then that's gonna be like 150 silica total, so it requires that. And then the aluminum scrap from here, which is 180, comes around here through this little channel. And up over there. And now we have 2 foundries in here, which, not gonna lie, we are running out of room once again. Alright, so we are going to do this splitter facing this way, I guess. Like that. And then like that. And then we have our second splitter up there and into there. Alright, where did this come from? Back there. Alright, so you can go up into that and then across into that, which doesn't even line up. And then we have a power pole. And these are aluminum ingot. Aluminum ingot. And then... Alright, this whole factory is going to need to be rebuilt at some point because this is dreadful. So we take this. Well, I think the thing that's going to bail me out here is to say second floor. So yeah, let's have a second floor up here. Let's gather the aluminum up. And I don't know how much this is. I think some of these belts are going to need to be faster as well. No, that probably has to be Mark III even. This looks like it is going fast enough. Alright, so now we take this. We have a... where is it? A floor hole. Where there's even kept logistics? Yes, conveyor lift floor hole. We have that. And we have an input conveyor. Like so. And no, that didn't work quite right. So we need our floor hole to be way back there. And for this to then come all the way down. And that has to be Mark II for speed. Alright, so we have the aluminum up on floor 2. Now we just need the copper, which is here, to go into a smelter. Just like the tiniest suggestion of a smelter. It's at 34%. And then you take that over there. There, we stick a floor hole in. Grab that down. Alright, so now we have aluminum and copper on the second floor. And suddenly there's, like, some space. So the second floor, I didn't make it tall enough to clear the refineries, but that's fine. Doesn't need to be that big. It's literally one assembler and one constructor. So let's get the copper out of there. The aluminum out of there. Alright, so first off, constructor. Splitter, sending some of this into the constructor. And aluminum casing. Where's the power? Alright, so that is now hooked up. Now we need an assembler with copper going in there and aluminum going in there. All clad aluminum sheet. And hook that up to power. And that's 30. That's 60. Alright. Now we just have our boxes, which are going to need another row for the space. Box there. Box there. Dimensional depot there. Dimensional depot there. Conveyor belt. Conveyor belt. Conveyor lift. Conveyor lift. And just like that, we have basic aluminum stuff going. Now, did we have a MAM recipe finished during that? Probably. And we get molded steel or compacted steel. Yeah, both of those are kind of bad. Let's fire up another one. Alright. We have this, which is that fast enough? No. Alright, let's see. Let's see what the problems are down here. 71% because of output problems. Well, let's crank that up to be faster, I guess. But silica supply looks fine there. These are all yellow because of too much silica. Is it backlogging just from lack of use? Probably. Alright. As for these guys... 96% because of silica problems, probably. I'm gonna have to... Let's see, is water backing up in here? No, it is not. Not yet, anyway. It is going at 100% as well. Alright. Well, you know what this means. We can set down an equipment workshop and make us a hover pack. Alright, so hover pack, less good than the jetpack in some ways, much better in others. So this is much better for like factory design purposes, just being able to hover around, get a good bird's eye view of everything without having to worry about like bobbing up and down and stuff. It's quite nice. And yeah. Alright, so it looks like double tapping C causes you to drop down. Alright, I'm going to go back to the jetpack because I think we are pretty much done with this factory for now. Yep, we have plenty of that stuff. So now we just have to head back north to the hub to use our newfound aluminum to unlock some stuff. Alright. The space elevator is that way. So we can just get flying along. And yeah, I mean, we hardly need any aluminum for that. Just for hub upgrade purposes, a tiny amount is sufficient. We are, however, probably going to need... Aluminum is probably going to be a bit of a problem for future production lines that happen to need it. Good God, what is that? We're just going to pretend not to see that, whatever it is. Speaking of things that we're not seeing, Mercer spheres would be nice. Yes, it's a bit much to expect to find them from the air, but alright, we are almost home. And I really hope that that production line doesn't break in the future, which it very well might. Alright. And here we are. The hub is in here. So now we can start unlocking stuff. Like Logistics Mark V. Although we're going to need to grab really quite a lot of stuff out of dimensional storage. So we need... I guess we can grab the reinforced plates, but we are just going to have to wait on the encased industrial beams. And this is like the one problem with having dimensional storage for everything, is that when you suddenly need bulk, you need to either travel or wait. And hub upgrades and space elevator parts need bulk. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Encased industrial beams are coming along, slowly but surely. And then we'll have Logistics Mark 5. So what else can we buy in here? Hypertube attachments, I guess, but I haven't set up a hypertube in ages. Probably not going to. Probably just going to fly everywhere. Flight's not necessary. Various types of foundations, don't really need them. Yeah, I mean, I think I have all of like the super essential stuff. Alright, there's another 100. I guess I will put down a radar by my base just to have it. Alright. And radar. Look at all this stuff. Okay. So, encased industrial beams, another minute, and then we'll have them. Did this work at uploading all of those things into the dimensional depot? Yes, it did. Cool. I have a stack of those. And I guess I have some power slugs. So we go to 1, put those in. Alright. Logistics Mark 5 achieved.
Milestone reached. Fixit dedicated this milestone to the conveyor belt and lift Mark 5.
Up to
They may be implying
780.
that your factory could be further optimized. While they are correct, I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations. Having all of humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm here.
Alright. So hazmat suit would be very convenient for dealing with radiation related things, but it requires me to work with the cloth, which is a pain. Alternatively, we could just get control system development. So let's grab the plastic and the computers. 400 casings is easy. 200 sheets is apparently slightly less easy, but the plastic is probably going to be the main bottleneck, but we also have like 4 minutes. Alright, we got another hard drive scan. What is it? Inventory slots or steamed copper sheets? Yep, sure. Are there even like good aluminum alt recipes? Not for all-clad sheets. Right, there's like a solid ingot recipe which exists. There are a couple aluminum scrap recipes which exist. Alright, well, I just realized I didn't put a sink on these, which might cause problems. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Alright, plastic. I'm just gonna go grab the plastic. Well, I have 2 minutes before the pod returns. I'm gonna use those 2 minutes to grab the plastic manually. Which is this way. And it is quite close, so not gonna... We should make it back with plenty of time to spare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1,000. Never mind that I already had like 500. Alright. Now we just have to hop our way back. And up we go. So yeah, currently aluminum production is gonna be a bit slow just because we're using it for a lot and not getting much. Like we're using as much as we're getting, whereas normally we have a build-up. Alright. We need to grab our other 100 computers. Our poor inventory is just about packed. Right, while we're at base, I guess we go to Hoverpack. Alright. 10 seconds for the pod to return. And then we have to dump all this junk in. Alright.
Milestone reached. Several parts more efficient and powerful than the human brain can now be made to compensate for many deficiencies otherwise encountered in future development efforts. The blender enables you to mix and/or combine parts and fluids for more complex recipes. Most importantly, project part number 6, the assembly director system, should be produced and delivered to the space elevator as soon as possible.
Alright, so what did that give us exactly? Sulfuric acid, batteries, so nothing. So I mean, it gives us a project part and a couple things we're gonna have to build. So I guess next up we get aeronautical engineering. Well, let's see actually. We need radio control units for that. Radio control units and supercomputers are going to be the next two things that I need to build. So radio control units require aluminum, crystal oscillators, and computers. Alright. That's kind of a pain. Supercomputers require regular computers AI limiters, high-speed connectors, plastic. Yep, alright. Those are going to be annoying. So, yeah, I guess that will be... And then I'm assuming I need those for this. Yeah, that needs RCUs, that needs supercomputers, that needs RCUs, that needs even more advanced stuff. Yeah, okay, so I guess we're going to have to set up radio control units, and then we can get some drones, and then use that to help with setting up supercomputers. And jeez. Alright, well, we've got a lot of planning to do for future production, obviously. So I'm going to leave it here for today. Make sure to follow. I'm going to be playing Magic tomorrow. I ended up doing this 2 days in a row because I was feeling, I don't know, because I was feeling like it, honestly. But I'll be playing Magic tomorrow. And yeah, that's that. Make sure to follow. I'll be doing this on Friday again.